Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. So far, it's been a terrific day. If only it could stay this way. Now, unfortunately, we are going to see some dramatic changes, big changes headed our way. Of course, we've been talking about this for at least a week. I know I've been talking about it here since maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of last week. The potential that Cristobal, the tropical storm from the Gulf of Mexico would make landfall and then move up the Mississippi Valley. The computer models have been suggesting this all along, and now it really is going to play out that way. So later today, give it a few hours of light rain, and then by mid-afternoon, we're talking heavy rainfall. So that's what we're watching later today. So if you haven't left yet your house or wherever you're headed or coming from, don't forget to grab an umbrella, because you're going to need that coming up later on. It's going to be a rather soggy situation later today. And this evening commute, you'll need those windshield wipers and all things like that, because we have a solid glut of rain headed our way. A big batch of rain from that storm system is moving pretty quickly, coming in out of Missouri and southern Iowa right now. But 71 in Rochester as we look live outside. Here's our Guadalupe Grove camera from CC Heights. A beautiful day out there so far. It's hard to imagine we're going to have these changes headed our way, but a few hours from now, it's going to be gray, it's going to be wet, it's going to be stormy, it's going to be eventually a little windier too. But right now, looking at the possibility of flash flood headlines, and those come our way after 1 o'clock today. 71 in Rochester, it's 76 in Austin, Decorah 72. Looking out the window, dew points mid-50s, pretty dry air so far, but that's going to change. Humidity content is going to go up pretty quickly today as that storm system comes in, brings more humidity, and of course quite a bit of rainfall, a potential of more than 2 inches, as we'll see here in our forecast. But the day planner showing sunshine, then showers, and right now the timing of that rain here in Rochester about 1 o'clock. Looks like it's going to be arriving here. The heaviest rain after about 3, and then we'll have some pretty heavy stuff. We're going right into the evening hours, but high temperatures in low 80s early in the afternoon. As rain builds in, temperatures, of course, are going to cool off. But here's a satellite radar. There's the rain right now. Southern Iowa getting the leading edge of that. The really heavy stuff still in Missouri right now. From Kirksville, also stretching back southward toward Columbia, Missouri, but all that pushing northward, pretty much taking straight aim on Rochester and La Crosse, going right through this area and heading into northwest Wisconsin by tonight. But this is kind of a fast mover, really, taking aim on us straight out of the Gulf Coast, where it was just a day and a half ago. And then notice another storm system to the west that comes in tomorrow. So it's a 1-2 punch. We get the big glut of rain today and this evening. Tonight a break, and then tomorrow lighter rain and more wind. Wednesday looking like kind of a different day all around, with some pretty gusty winds and some cooler weather. But there's what we're facing, and here are the counties. Everybody in our viewing area is in a flash flood watch. It starts at 1 o'clock this afternoon, goes until 7 tomorrow morning. 2 to 4 inches of rainfall out of this. I'm saying at this point, safely 2 inches seems a likelihood, especially from Rochester to the east. It looks like that is going to be the storm track for the most part, with the heaviest rain. To go with that, a couple of the storms may become strong to severe. It's a marginal risk of severe weather, so we may see a couple of strong storms. Right now, some of the biggest concern here, maybe gusty winds, but because of the rotation of the system, wind shear, we see this a lot of times in landfall, making tropical storms, hurricanes. You get those spin-up tornadoes when they make landfall. A lot of spinning in these relatively compact storm systems. And so for us, we do have the possibility that maybe we may face a couple of tornadoes. So that's certainly a possibility in addition to the heavy rainfall. Here's high-res future track. Watching light rain at first, then after about 3 or 4 o'clock, you see those oranges and the reds popping up. And to the evening, from Rochester to the east, you see the darkest coloring there. And moving through midnight, then we get a break. It looks like we have several hours overnight, and then from the west, that second system comes in. That brings much lighter rain starting around 6 or 7 tomorrow morning, and that lasts through most of our Wednesday. Also, with that tonight, behind Cristobal is that the wind threat. Northwest winds at times reaching 30 to 35 miles per hour. So windy tonight, windy tomorrow, and big changes in temperature. So heavy rain potential this afternoon and tonight. Windy with a lighter rain tomorrow. We're looking at as much as 3 or 4 inches out of the system. The second system tomorrow, maybe a quarter inch. It's much lighter rain, but just windier and cooler. And then a fantastic weekend. Thursday, maybe a brief shower. That's it, though. And it looks like we'll have some sun there. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as you'll see in the 7, they look just fantastic. Can't drop a better 3-day set. So we kind of pay our dues here, get this out of the way, and then we get something way better. But here's future track Watching the showers and thunderstorms, some pretty robust activity for afternoon and evening. After midnight, we get a break. Then tomorrow, there is about 6, 7 o'clock, couple showers come in. Lunchtime, periods of rain. Not much instability tomorrow. We may see some lightning, but not very much of it. Certainly not a severe weather threat for Wednesday. And that rain winds down around 6 or 7 tomorrow evening. We may even see some breaks of sun just before sunset tomorrow. But some pretty gusty winds through tomorrow and even through tomorrow night. Thursday, a fairly breezy day. On the heels of all this, we are looking at maybe an isolated shower redeveloping in the afternoon on Thursday. Small chance of that. Looks like it's going to be more sun, kind of gusty winds. Lower humidity levels by Thursday and high temperatures into the 70s. And that's where we're going to be for the weekend too. But here's rain. We go through about 4 a.m. The remnants of Tropical Storm Cristobal, more than 2 inches for Rochester, almost 3 inches for Winona, and look to the west, about an inch or so for Albert Lee, Mason City, and Austin. But that's what we're facing for this part of the storm system. Some showers, likely some thunder, increasing clouds. Of course, in the meantime, this morning, high temperatures today in the low 80s, Rochester 82, Mason City 80. Then we drop back to the 60s tonight. And we'll stay in the 60s tomorrow. Some cool winds, some low clouds, and some rain, keeping things tomorrow kind of windy and damp. 82 today for our Tuesday, increasing clouds. It may go close to 80 by lunchtime, so a quick warm-up, but then kind of leveling off with the showers. 68 tonight, showers and some thunderstorms through about 10 or 11 o'clock. Then we get a break through the rest of the night, maybe even some breaks in the clouds. A windy night, 68. Actually dropping to about 59 by tomorrow morning. It'll be 68 tomorrow for a high, with northwest winds gusting to 35 miles per hour. 7-day forecast, 59 tonight, 68 for high tomorrow. And then lows in the 50s, highs in the low and mid 70s for the weekend. Flag Day looks terrific too. Next week, maybe a slight chance of a shower Monday. Let's say beyond that, we'll cruise right back into the 80s. So we get a break from the 80s for a while. It might even be, 5, 6, 7 days in a row of 70s, and then we go right back to the heat and humidity for the middle of next week by next Tuesday and Wednesday. But that's a week away. In the meantime, be on the lookout for flash flood concerns. We get a lot of rain in a relatively short amount of time, so we could see, maybe some ponding on the roads, could be some street flooding and things like that. So that's one thing we're concerned about with the remnants of that tropical system. No longer tropical now, but there's a high amount of moisture content with that. Meantime, I'm also the other headline is today. I almost forgot about this. Didn't even mention it on the air. Today was my 5,000th KTTC News Today, my 5,000th morning show here at KTTC, going back to the end of December 1999, but keeping track. Now the other shows have have been on and off. Sometimes you have preemption of other programming. So noon shows, I don't know how many of those I've done because they come in. We have other holiday specials that sometimes preempt the show, but the morning show never takes a break. We've had a morning show every day I've worked here, every weekday, and so 5,000 shows I've done, and I go 5,000 more, and that's pretty much retirement for me at this point. I think if I get, it would be 67. I think if we go another 21 years, so. If I make it that long here without retiring, we got a big party at 10,000. Maybe they'll give me a cake, something like that. I get to 10,000 shows. Anyway, we're just gonna keep an eye on the radar today, and that's what I'm doing now, I guess, to celebrate the occasion. There's not much else to do on a Tuesday, but I hope everybody has a great day. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for Wednesday when I do my 5,001st show. 5,000 show number 5,001. Anyway, all right, have a great day, everybody.